We're live now, I think. All right, let's get this meeting started.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a group, and nurture the bonds of this community. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, you guys have a chance.
Need to be click on go or not?
No, I believe we're live now.
We're
aren't
good.
we?
We're live, yeah, you
Okay.
can
Okay.
hit the play button and it will show us.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have a chance to look over last month's minutes?
Yeah, I motion to approve them as submitted.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same with the claims.
I'll motion to approve them.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, I don't have anything for the president's report, so I'll let you take it away.
All right, we'll start with the league stadium contract / rules for the high school and the Bombers. The first item is the league stadium field rules. Nothing's really changed there. We just made them official now and try to enforce them. Got the manage agreement for the alcohol sales for the Bombers. We didn't really change anything on this one either. Anybody got any questions on that one?
Oh, okay.
There's been just a slight change that's gonna happen is that, the fee, alcohol tobacco fee has gone up, so they have to pay it, but it has gone up and it went from $1,000 to $1,500. That's a state fee, not ours, so.
We would probably need to make a motion to approve the same.
Yes.
So, is this also the contract for both Bombers and Southridge, or?
No, the first one is just the management agreement for liquor sales,
Oh, okay.
tobacco.
So I'm looking at the wrong. I don't have that, no wonder.
Which everything in that is required by state law, so there's not much really you can change.
Right.
in that.
So we're approving the management agreement for League Stadium. How we want that written?
Yeah, the management agreement is for the liquor permit, just for the liquor
Okay,
only. So. And that has to be applied for by November 30th of each year.
okay.
But we probably need to make a motion to accept it.
Yeah.
If a-
Because you're accepting them as your operator for the year.
Make the motion to accept the management agreement for League Stadium.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
And because they are the operator, there are only two choices. Either the Parks Board can run it or they can run it. And I don't think you want the Parks Board to run the concession stand, so.
Don't think so.
No.
So that's. That is the only other option.
Now which one we looking at?
Okay, so the next one's gonna be the stadium lease agreement for the Bombers. The two big things, we wanted to make sure, with the issues that we ran into this last year with the tournaments and the Bomber season starting earlier, since we changed leagues. We went ahead and put in the contract that the IHSAA shall have priority over the club schedule, for IHSAA tournament play. So there's no disagreement on it, and if somebody has a problem with that, then the conflict can be settled by the park board. So. The other big changes we made to this one, we are going to, we did some math on it, between utilities, in the field, taking care of the field. I do have more numbers on these if you want to see them later. These weren't just random numbers we came up with, these are actual backing of facts. But we kind of came the contract to start for a 3-year lease, be 18,000 the first year, 19,000 the second year, and 20,000 the third year.
So this covers the next 3 years.
Yes.
Starting next season.
And that we will still, for now, we are still looking for the 5% on the gross merchandise receipts from the merchandise sold from the gift shop in this one. We did put in it that they would pay a third on or before July 10th of each year during the term or extended term, a third on or before August 2nd of each year during the term or extended term, a third on or before September 3rd of each year during the term or extended term, and then the 5% commission on gross receipts from merchandise sale. And then it'd be payable on or before September 3rd for the 5%. Did I leave anything out?
When was the rent being paid before?
I think we got a couple weeks ago or October or something.
Yeah, I think it's the first of October was the old contract.
I like this. I think it simplifies it a whole lot easier to manage.
So that's kind of what we were trying to do. We didn't want to stick it to the Bombers, but the price of everything's going up. The park can't continue to take the hit that it's been taking. And splitting it up into thirds, I feel like throughout their season really should be able to help them with that.
Oh, Renee, what Shannon said, we're not here to make a big profit. We're just here to keep them going in the red and keep them losing by.
Right. So,
Just trying to keep her head above the water.
yep.
So we need a motion to approve this contract.
Yeah.
I motion to approve it as written.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Used to.
Hard to get out.
Yeah, it is.
You have to sign it, don't you?
Jace, Dustin and I all sat through and went through, made a list of things that we did. That's why you see the field rules. We want to make sure that we're both clear on what duties are. I don't think we did a very good job of that in the past. There was a lot of confusion. And I don't blame anybody for that other than the fact that we didn't have the rules, so we didn't know. And we can change those every year.
Okay, the next one is the facility use agreement for League Stadium for the school, the high school baseball team. Nothing's really changed in this one, except for the pricing. We're gonna do a 3-year lease also with them. They'll start out at 12,000 the first year, 13,000 the second year, 14,000 the third year.
It was 8,000 prior.
Should I include those details in the minutes? The amounts,
Sure.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll need Dustin to sign this today and Shannon to attest his signature before we send it off to the school. And then we'll get the final copy. It'd be nice if you did 2 copies.
Mhm.
If you need mine, you
Do we
can.
need
No,
this?
I've got the original copies
Okay.
here.
Do we need to sign this one tonight too, while we're here?
Yeah,
The
well,
stadium?
signatures need to be notarized, is that correct? Yeah, to be
Yeah, those have to
notarized,
be notarized, so.
we
Okay,
need
so I'll
to-
come back.
yeah.
You guys got any questions on the school?
Or they can do, well, then you're still here.
You got anything on the school? Are you guys okay with the changes?
Make a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve
So
the,
they won't be able to.
Facility
they
use
won't
agreement
be
for
able
the-
to- So we see it notarized too.
all in
The
favor?
only one they can do
Operation.
is the school.
I'll second it. Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Do you need a second, Shannon, before we move on?
No, I can come back and finish. You can keep going.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing's gonna be the pickleball court. After a lot of thought and looking into seeing if we had enough money to do it, the mayor and I and Dustin decided it was we needed to put in a parking lot in front of it. That parking lot's already cramped over to begin with the pool and the tennis court. So we got with Jaminski. They gave us pricing to add the parking lot in front. You guys should be able to see that. So you're looking at just shy of 10,000, it's 9,999. Gonna be pulling this out of a couple different funds that we do have money for this. So,
Do we have the money? Can we do that? We have the money?
yes,
By all means, be able to do it.
that's
That's what I
correct.
thought, since we had the money, cause I
As long
thought,
as we got the money, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, so we have a little money left over from the Patoka. And then we have a little bit in the donation that I can grab from. And then there's a little bit actually in our regular budget that I wasn't really planning on touching, but we can use it, so.
If they
Are-
weren't already here working, it would have been $10,000 to get them here. So just to deploy
Yes.
equipment, that's the charge, so.
Yeah, so this is
It's
a lot
basically
cheaper
becomes
because of
free.
that, yeah.
for this,
you
we
look
don't
at it
really need
that
a
way.
motion, you're just doing this more for
This,
reference. for
yes,
us.
this is to update you guys and let you know this is what
Are you
we're
doing
FYI.
asphalt or concrete?
asphalt.
Okay.
It's 99.99.
So,
Are they gonna try to come yet before Thanksgiving to asphalt that, or are you gonna have to wait till next spring?
So we are on the schedule for this week. Now, whether the weather holds out,
It's not gonna be a
it's
good
not
week.
looking like it, so. But they are aware that they have to get it done this year, so,
For the asphalt posts.
right.
We need not approve this, you said, that that's
No,
already
you don't need
been.
to approve this, no. All right, senior center update. I went ahead and, was able to get a landscaping crew come in and landscape around the right corner of the building. Looks really nice. If you guys want to stop out there and look at it, it is done. Pretty much everything on the inside's pretty much done at this point. We were working today, getting all the little things taken care of. They're gonna do a final clean and sweep through tomorrow. Which leads us to our grand opening, at 3 to 5 for an open house for ribbon cutting for the senior center.
Are you gonna do the ribbon cutting at 3 or?
Yeah.
Yes.
After everybody gets there.
This quote is very lacking. You know, install the landscaping senior citizens. Fact of anywhere from a bush to a trash can. I mean, you look at the quote, it doesn't say anything about anything. I mean,
I-
we could approve the quote and pay $6,000 for it.
Well, I mean, when we did this quote, it was a time crunch, one. And two, we were actually thinking about landscaping around the entire building. So I'd have a hard pressed time thinking we're gonna end up paying that full amount. So, but I can have him itemize it if.
Yeah, I don't, that's not a very good.
Okay. Okay,
quote.
I'll go back to the company and have him itemize it. So that's fine.
At least a little bit.
Yeah. So, but I was just appreciative that, you know,
I think it
being a
needs to be
last
done,
minute
but-
thing that they were able to get to it, so.
I think it needs to be done, but I think we need to be a little bit more controlled.
Right, I don't disagree, yep. Alright, moving on. Okay, the next thing we're gonna talk about is the renderings and quotes for Market Street. We are looking at developing the section where the house got torn down into a green space with some sidewalk and putting the black fence that we have on the back side of Market Street to match up front. We have 3 quotes here that we got. And the rendering that we got in here is the one that we chose or we were leaning towards. Was just putting a simple sidewalk through the middle, having a big green grassy area that people could either set up booths or kids could play soccer or whatever. And it tie into the Houchins courtyard. And then along the highway, you'll have the black decorative fence. And eventually we will landscape some more too, but right now the quotes are for the sidewalk, the footer, for the black fence and to install the black fence.
Is the plan to try to do that this year yet?
Weather permitting and the
Weather
contractor can get to it, we're not gonna stop them.
Okay.
If every star aligns perfectly, yes,
Yes.
that's kind of where we're at right now. This would come out of the endowment, not out of the park budget, but out of the Market Street endowment.
So
There's
we just,
$52,000 in the endowment, and we'll probably get another 25 here in March.
so the motion just needs to be to allow it to be done, basically.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this in your paper?
Do they not have to approve a quote?
I would, just to make sure. You know, one of our discussions was, and I think you should have here, is that, whatever we do here, we need to make sure that it's a company that's experienced enough to be able to match the color of the concrete to the existing and make it be seamless. And I think that's a big plus.
Who did the prior?
Jaminski,
Kaminsky's.
and they're the high bid on here
Yeah.
too. Jaminski and K&B is the one who did First Street. They did actually what I call an excellent job of what their phase of what they did down there. Too. So they would have that ability. I can't speak for the third person. I don't know. I think they're fairly new at this, but they're definitely good people. I just don't know how that translates to a clean look.
We got 13, 16, and 20.
Mhm. Yep.
What are you guys' thoughts?
Am I looking at this right, that this section would be called Houchin Plaza? This would be
No,
part, no, okay.
no.
Then,
It just connects to that,
It would just connect to
connect to
it.
that, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a possibility of looking for corporate sponsorship for this section, or do we want to use the endowment funds for that?
I think the endowment gets a little more involved because we're looking, the same people that we'd be seeking donations for,
Mhm.
we're looking donations for
For
our
other things.
project
Okay, gotcha.
within the park.
Okay,
So, that's why,
Mhm.
we wouldn't in this case.
Okay.
There's a little bit left, I think, from where the house was purchased and torn down. There's a little bit of funds left in that.
Okay.
But, we definitely, we get about 25,000 a year in endowment funds out of there. And we're getting about 13% interest on those, so actually that 52 will be about 58 now.
and that's just Huntingburg City Park endowment funds, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just for the Market Street Park.
Market Street Park, okay.
If you ever go out to Fourth Street, there's a concrete line next to the sidewalk. That is the end of Market Street Park. So it has to be used from that line going south.
So now we just have,
And we do have the black fencing too, so that helped with the pricing.
Just a matter of installing it.
It's, yes, just getting the footers in and installing it.
so now we just have to pick basically between,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Which one are you between?
the 13 bid and the 16 bid, so. I mean, I don't have a preference either way. I think
I think
Both
I'd
of those
probably
would
go
be good.
between the 16 and 21 myself, just because of
That's
their
what I have.
experience level.
The only, like, if you go through
We
this,
want it to look right.
if you go through the 16 and 21, the 21 doesn't do backfill where the 16 does. That's,
Have you worked with either one of these companies before?
he just said, yeah, he said that, so the 21,
Chancellor's did.
they did the most of the park, but then that K and B did most of like, Fourth Street.
well,
One at 21,430, anything concrete wise within Market Street Park was done by them,
I've buried on all three companies.
including those concrete board
It's just,
seats, benches, and
I mean, it's wherever you guys want to do. I've been around all three companies. I think any three of these are well and capable of doing what we want to do, so. I just don't feel that we should go with the 21. Because I think that's not spending their money wisely. Jumping from the 16 to the 21. That's a big difference.
well, the vendor that did the original work did an excellent job.
Yeah.
I mean, you do know what you're getting with that,
Yeah.
but you're also paying a higher premium. So it's really what you want to spend.
I say go with K and B, the 16.
You want to propose that?
Is that your motion?
No.
I think that too, the other thing that's in there, when you look at the price, part of the price difference is that one was ready to move and wanted to do the job, and maybe the other one didn't want to do it as much, and add a little bit to the cost, and that may be where the 21 came from. So I think you have to, that's what we gather through things, so. It's like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna rack it up a little bit.
Yeah, can't blame them.
I think K and B wants to get at
So is this the one that you guys are proposing to go with?
16, yeah, yeah.
it. I would propose
Yeah.
the 16,236 if it was me, but
yeah.
you're the board, so that's,
I'll make a motion to approve that with K and B contracting.
A and B.
Mhm.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. Are they, if they're, if the stars align, they're gonna start on it this year yet?
If everything's perfect, yeah. All depends on the weather. So,
Right now, that's a big roll of dice.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Alright,
Okay.
We having people tearing stuff up in Market Street Park again.
yes, so we did have some vandalism right before, our wonderful street thing here. We had.
Just recently, right before Christmas stroll?
Yes,
Okay.
yep. They went into the men's restroom underneath Current Blend, ripped off the soap dispenser, had a stuffed costume of some sort, and they put it in the toilet. They broke the baby changing table. They hung on the doors, and they're like leaning, so they'll have to be the whole
You know
thing
who
have to be
did it?
replaced. Yes, I don't know exactly who.
I mean, you have
Yes, so
suspects.
yes, there are suspects, and they are going to charge them from the last time I talked to.
SRO's
Chief
been
Ringer.
involved and been in
Yeah.
close contact with them since that has happened, so.
Do you know if it happened during the day or at night?
At night.
Okay.
SR's school resource officer,
Yeah.
so it's been there.
I'll try to be a little more vigilant, but since I work at Current Blend now, I've ran off groups of kids during the day when I hear noise downstairs.
Yep.
And they are middle school kids.
Yeah,
And
so,
it seems to be a similar group, but it's during the day when they don't have school. And there's been quite a few days off.
So you must have
recently.
fixed some of that stuff pretty quick, cause I went in the men's bathroom during the stroll, and I thought it looked pretty decent.
Except for the door.
well, I kind of bent the door back a little bit, but it's a temporary fix.
Sure.
But, yeah, and we had some extra soap dispensers that we put up. So, but
It's
to
frustrating.
fix it right, I mean, it's a nice bathroom, we're not gonna leave it the way it
Yeah.
is, so. And then the baby changing table, it doesn't stay level anymore, so. It just falls down.
It's a shame that you try to have something nice and that's what happens, but that's just the way of the world, I
Mhm.
guess.
At least you're charging them. I mean,
Yeah, so I'm in the process of getting those quotes and prices, and then I'll have to get that to the police and Amy, and then we'll,
They
Fix
were
the rest of the
identified
way.
and caught immediately, by the way.
yes. So, thanks. Even if the school wouldn't have caught them, and they did admit to it,
Oh.
but we have cameras everywhere, they were gonna get caught regardless,
yeah.
so, yeah. All right, Honeyberg Park restroom update. We're hopefully next week or the following week gonna start replacing the roof. We got all the material in from A and B. Hopefully start on replacing that roof and the softening on the bathroom that got hit by that tree limb. We did go ahead and cut the tree down since it had some rot in it on the bottom and in the tree in general. No reason to put a new roof up and have that thing fall over and do more damage. And then something I didn't put on here, but we did finally get the doors replaced on the Little League field, restroom doors and the concession doors. They were all rotted out. They are now aluminum doors, so they should last a lot longer. The Southeast Shelter House was brought to my attention when I took over that another tree had fallen and damaged the roof on that one and never got fixed for some reason. So we ordered some more roofing for it, and the boys got that fixed. So that shelter house is now fixed completely. The driving range, planning on shutting it down end of November here, by November 30th, roughly. Money's starting to die down. Not a whole lot of guys going out there and hitting it. Doesn't make sense for me to send a guy out there right now to pick up golf balls, and we're not making anything.
It's quick, you shut it down, it's gonna get 80 degrees.
Yeah.
Right.
The question that I have about the driving range, and I don't know the answer, can a guy not just leave that open all winter and let people go out? I mean, I know it's not a big moneymaker, can you just not keep an eye on how many balls are out there and then instead of going out like every day, go out like once a week, or would that not be efficient, or would they just tear it up?
It's not even that. It's that we don't have a whole lot of spots where you can hit that's not grass.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't like to hit off the artificial, and they'll go out there and
Go in front of it, yeah.
they'll go in the grass and tear it up and kill it.
Okay.
And by the time you get to springtime, you have no grass left, and then you're spending thousands of dollars trying to repair it. So
So then, I can't remember when will we open that back up, like, end of, March?
When do you usually open it?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't-
Never
I've never
been
done
here
it
in spring.
before. So, apparently in the past, I've been informed, from Dale Payne, our former superintendent, that it just depends on the weather. So, we'll kind of keep an eye on that, and if we get some good weather, we did plant rye in it, so there will be some actual grass to protect some of that. So we'll just take it from there.
70's coming again.
So,
From what I understand.
For
The
what?
70's, I think are coming again.
This week?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And then the last thing on the agenda for tonight, we had our first sports complex committee meeting. It went really well.
How does it look like with part of the meeting?
Yes, yes, it was the questionnaire to make sure everybody kind of was on the same page, what they wanted, what they wanted to get out of the deal. It was a really long meeting. I think we started at 4, left at 6:30. But it went really well. I didn't have any complaints with it. We were going to be meeting December
December?
2nd, but I got an email here not too long ago today that a couple of the people can't make it, so we're gonna try to change the date. The next committee meeting is basically gonna be, talking about fundraisers and how we're gonna go about fundraising and trying to put money towards it. So we can show Farbest that we're 100% committed.
So is there kind of like a timeline where I guess the question is if this is a go eventually, you're gonna have to time it around all the sports, I guess, right?
So that was actually brought up in one of these questionnaires, in one of the questions. And the leagues were actually okay. They finish up around the middle of June, most of them, and they were okay with us starting at that point. So if we have the backing and the money for the first stage. So this is most likely going to be something that's done in stages. So
Like a 3-year type deal or 5-year or what?
we don't know that yet.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's all, like to do it all 1 year if you had that much money.
Yeah.
Cause there may be a donor that would give out so much a year for so many years. And that would make a difference. I mean, there's a parking plan, there's everything. There's some other improvements that the parking is an issue, parking lot conditions are an issue and those type of things. So we gotta take care of other things while we're at it. Gotta take care of what we have before we build it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I agree with that 100%.
so. It's a committee. I don't know that much about how baseball works anymore, and these things work. So these people live it. That are on the committee.
What we got.
You guys have anything else?
I just want to call out our Parks Department that came in, short a person right now with Jared's health and everything going on there. A lot of things happening and, fact that we keep Dale around, Dale's still working there and that's a great thing for us and getting ready to put up the Christmas tree and everything that went into Old Town Hall and, for the Christmas stroll. What they did even, in that whole area, a lot of extra work and I appreciate that they were able to do it. We also had similar call outs, you know, to our street department and to our electric department to get things done too, but this is Parks meeting, so I just want to bring that to the attention and let you know that I think we got a fantastic staff.
Absolutely. It's a great weekend for the stroll.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's beautiful downtown and Market
Yeah.
Street.
So they did a great job.
I think with all the areas of responsibility, all this stuff going on, Jace does an excellent job, which is proven, in getting things done. Even if you had a full through right now, I think you'd be stretched trying to keep it all done.
And this is the off season, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think we
it's-
need to look at even making it crew bigger than what we have now.
Well, you and I have always been in
Yeah,
agreement
we've
with
been
that
talking
because
about that for
we
years
added
now.
one, and remember you and I were talking about adding two.
Yeah.
It's just trying to figure out how we can add the extra person without taking away. We have to balance it, so we're not taking away money to do projects around the park.
Right.
And we continue to add more and more events in all of our
Yeah.
parks,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, I think
Creates
you
more
can
And
easily
added
work.
parks and
Mhm.
You could easily find enough work to have an extra person.
does
Just
it-
finding the funding for it
There-
eventually.
There is an employee that floats, right, through
Good.
Not
the,
anymore.
we do appreciate the job your crews do, that you and your crews do. I mean, we appreciate you, what you do, taking care of the parks and
the floating one.
all the other activities and stuff that's added on you.
Right. Yeah, me only being here for a short time, the guys have been great and they've stepped up and really took me in, yeah, I'd say. And we work good, really, really good together for the most part. And I think that's only going to get better as we learn each other and get a little more organized. So,
Seemed to be a pretty smooth transition from what
Mhm.
we can tell. So thanks to everybody for adjusting.
Yeah, we have to look at organization of duties, but also look at materials and what we do when we install or build new, that we make sure that it's as maintenance free as possible. And that's why when we're putting this fence in down here, there will be a concrete curb. So they're not running the weed eater under the fence every week and taking that extra time. They can bring their mower right up to it and mow around it. They'll have to do a little bit of trimming, but not to the extent they would. But those type of things, you know, when we build, we should take into mind the long-term maintenance and what they have to do and not bring extra work in. I've made the same comment. We keep adding, but we don't add people. Said that to you, Dustin, not too long ago.
Add and
We've
add
got to
and add,
figure
but
out
not
how to
adding.
do that.
Personnel either, a little bit.
Yeah.
More work,
Is,
job
Yep.
security.
I've seen Jared out, seems to be,
yeah, we met with him. Andrea and I did. He's doing a lot better, a lot faster than I anticipated. So we're in constant communication with him and hoping that whenever we feel he's ready to go and he feels he's ready to go, we can bring him back on.
Very good.
Well, if you nothing else, I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I believe our next meeting is Monday, December 15th, 4 o'clock. With the
Oh.
first being on a Monday, comes pretty quickly, so.
Well.
I'll second.
We need to sign the copy of minutes from last
Oh,
month.
yeah, we still need to sign that.
You seconded?
Yep, I second the adjournment.
Did we sign it?
All in favor?
I,
Okay. What do I
We
get
need to
do
sign
that?
the,
Just in the Zoom at the bottom right-hand side.
Minutes and claims, right? Or we did one of them, didn't we?
we signed one, but not the other. I guess we need to sign the